When I watched this movie, I went back to my business and made several changes that has taken me from here to here. I'm going to share with you list of movies that when you watch will sharpen your entrepreneurial skill. That CEO that you are, you wake up from your slumber and become the proper CEO. So among the list of this movie, somewhere hidden somewhere, I'll let you know which of them is my favorite. But all these movies are lovely movies you should watch when you want to unwind. My name is Glory Penzrah Akpan GP. Hey! Welcome to the channel, and how are you doing? If you're new here, welcome. In this channel, we talk all about fashion, business, sewing tutorials and DIY, and of course, my pretty lifestyle. Welcome. As we all know, it takes hard work, focus, luck and motivation to succeed as an entrepreneur. 90% of new businesses failed in the world of competition and limited opportunities, and it's normal for you as an entrepreneur to feel demotivated or stuck. However, you can always glean powerful insights for a variety of movies to navigate the storm in your entrepreneurial journey. So here is the list of movies I have for you. Number 1, The Social Network. The Social Network is directed by David Fincher and narrates how Mark Zuckerberg brought Facebook to life while studying at Harvard. Zuckerberg, played by J.C. Eisenberg in the movie, is highlighted as a strong-willed individual who builds the social network while ignoring other people's feelings, financial complaints, and legalities. In the movie, entrepreneurial-minded Zuckerberg faces litigations from 2 brothers and betrayal from his best friend. Despite the challenges, the legendary internet entrepreneur single-mindedly created a business that grew to take the world over. Facebook's current relevance in the technology world makes this movie a must watch for business owners hoping to make it big. Zuckerberg's journey shows the pitfall one should expect in any sizable entrepreneurial endeavor. The key takeaway I got from this movie is you do not need to be rich to become successful, but rather you need to have some solid founding ideas. Besides, every entrepreneur should learn that the execution of ideas is everything, and as a result, every good leader should be confident, disciplined to bring their vision to reality. The second movie is called Moneyball. This movie is inspiring if you're a baseball fan and an entrepreneur. However, the film focuses less on baseball and more on the Oakland A's general manager Billy's being approached to winning baseball game. Bean trusts the unpopular cybermetric process to prepare his team for Major League Baseball. Facing financial constraint, he uses the untested approach to overcome all the odds stacked against Oakland's A's. The key takeaway I got from this movie is many startups will face the same challenges being faced, and they must be ready to adapt to survive. Every entrepreneur must adopt an analytical approach to business and trust the numbers to go up against stiff competition. To be a disruptor in an industry filled with established companies, you must embrace inventiveness and fast risk taking, or you will be left behind. Number 3 movie is The Pursuit of Happiness. This movie is the ultimate tale of a man's rise to the top of society. See, nothing can go wrong with Will Smith as a hero. Based on Chris Gardner's real life story, Smith plays a man who starts at the bottom with nothing. He slowly works his way to the top to achieve success in the financial world while proving himself every step of the way. The key takeaway I got away from this movie is people should always be bold and start from the bottom. Even it means working for free as an intern to prove their worth in the industry. Gardner's experience shows the man ready to do whatever it takes to succeed. So if you have to work from the bottom all the way up as an intern, all the way up as a salesman, all the way up to corporate, please do it. Make sure you don't go anywhere so you can get to hear which of these movies is my favorite. Okay? The number 4 movie is The Wolves of Wall Street. No, The Wolves of Wall Street is not my favorite movie, but it's an interesting movie. The whole story is a simplification of the real world, which makes it the much more inspiring. The movie highlights Jordan as he rises and falls as an entrepreneur. His energy and sales mentality takes you through the real Wall Street and everything about insider trading and how it shaped the economy for better and for worse. All right. So the takeaway from this movie is, even though this movie was really, really brilliantly directed, right? The movie featured Belfort's preparedness to succeed as an entrepreneur. Successful entrepreneurs are always prepared to sell. However, it also highlights what an entrepreneur should not be. You shouldn't be greedy and without empathy. The fifth movie is Glengarry Glen Rose. Based on an award winning play, it explores the dynamics of salespeople in the real estate world. It serves as a motivation by showing the plight of the salespeople and the pressure they face. The pressure ultimately results in a fizzle out of these salespeople's career. The key takeaway from this movie is anyone working in a high pressure entrepreneurial environment must watch Glengarry Glen Rose. The movie will teach survival tactics to survive or succeed in a high pressure sales environment. The number six movie is The Founder. The Founder is a movie which is a biopic of the McDonald founder, Ray Kroc. He paints a picture of a man with the idea of creating the world's most extensive restaurants. The key takeaway from these movies. Now, despite the controversies surrounding Crocs, the story teaches an essential lesson for anyone with an idea to disrupt the world. The lesson people learn is that they must be ready to think outside of the box to disrupt an industry. Additionally, they must be prepared to do things faster and better to succeed in competitive industry. See, this particular movie here, it touched me. It touched me. It really, really touched me. You have to see this movie. And finally, guys, my favorite movie, which is the number seven, is Self-Made. Self-Made, inspired by the life of Madam C.J. Walker. In the movie, a black African American woman is a washerwoman. She rises from poverty to build a beauty empire and become the first female self made millionaire in America. This movie was based on a true life story, okay? This movie left me feeling inspired and encouraged as a business owner. It was a timely portrayal of female entrepreneurship and the best practices and traits of a learned leader. The movie inspired me to stay focused and celebrate the positive changes my work has on others, and giving up is not an option. Okay, so the key takeaway from this movie is as follows: whatever your product or service, you must believe in it with a full passion. Your personal story is the validation that it works. Trust yourself, be authentic, and tell your story. Walker understood that success would not come overnight, and the challenges that came along the way were simply lessons to be learned. Walker started her business in the Midwest, traveled to other cities selling her products, conducted market research, and opened a store in New York. She traveled to take her brand to the masses. In the age of online sales, businesses have a good fortune of building limitless markets, creating brand influence, increased perceived value, and will help dictate your industry position as the value of customer loyalty trends upwards. Now, another thing I learned from the movie was strategic partnership. Strategic partnership as well as strategic relationships are the key to business success. Walker knew when she needed to build a team, starting with finding a lawyer to formalize her business. He then became her business manager and confidant. While continuing to build her sales force, she identified sales leaders to expand and manage larger markets such as Chicago. When demand reached a peak, she opened the manufacturing plant and sought endorsements and investors. She did have the good fortune of having a spouse with an advertising background. She used the power of images and media to communicate her message and advertise. Walker saw opportunity in every challenge. She earned her knowledge and business experiences from the first day she went from domestic to saleswoman. At each challenge, she met it with creative approaches while never losing sight of her end goal. You need to watch this movie if you haven't. And if you've watched the movie, go and watch it again. Watching movies can inspire you in many creative ways from the comfort of your couch. Most of these movies sets the bar high for business-minded individuals by highlighting the plight of successful entrepreneurs around the globe. Now, ignite the entrepreneurial fire inside of you. Go and watch a movie. Thank you so much for watching up to this point. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. See it there, see that logo, thumbs up. Please click on it. It helps me, helps this channel, and encourages me. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. And yes, you can leave a comment, you can ask a question. I'm always happy to read them. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and bye.